You know, in Shakespeare's incredible play, Henry IV, Part 1, all the epic battles and clashing armies are really just the background noise. The real fight is happening on a much deeper level. It's a timeless debate over one simple word: honor. Is it something worth dying for, or is it just a big joke?
So here is how we're going to break down this huge debate. We'll start with the central conflict, then we'll look at the two guys who represent the absolute extremes, the warrior Hotspur and the cynic Falstaff. We'll see how their worldviews literally collide on the battlefield, and finally, we'll see how Prince Hal builds something new, a totally modern kind of honor from all that chaos.
At its very heart, this play is really a philosophical duel. It's a showdown between two massive personalities who could not be more different in what they think it means to be an honorable man.
And that duel really forces us and Shakespeare to ask the big question: what even is honor? Is it some glorious prize that you have to win through heroic, death-defying deeds? Or is it just a word, a puff of air that gets good people killed for absolutely no reason? So, in the two corners of this philosophical boxing ring, we have our main contenders. First, there's Hotspur, who is all about that old-world, medieval idealism. And in the other corner, you've got Sir John Falstaff, who brings a huge dose of cynical, pragmatic reality to the whole thing. Their clash is what drives the entire story.
All right, let's start with Hotspur's side of the argument. For him, honor isn't some abstract idea or a feeling in your heart. Nope, it's a thing. It's a tangible physical prize that you go out and win. For Hotspur, honor is basically a trophy. It's something you literally take from your enemies on the battlefield through sheer violence. And get this, it has nothing to do with morality. It doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person. All that matters is how good you are with a sword and how much glory you can snatch for yourself. And you can hear this obsession in his own words. I mean, just listen to this line. He talks about plucking bright honor from the pale-faced moon. He literally imagines honor as a glowing object hanging up in the sky, and he believes he's the only one brave enough to go up there and grab it. That's how real it is to him. But here's the problem. This single-minded obsession is his fatal flaw. He's got tunnel vision. Hotspur is a fantastic warrior, for sure, but he's completely blind to politics, to compromise, to seeing the bigger picture. And this relentless chase for glory, well, it leads him straight to an early grave. Okay, now let's flip the script completely and turn to Sir John Falstaff. He basically looks at everything Hotspur lives and dies for and gives it a devastating and frankly hilarious takedown.
Falstaff has this absolutely brilliant speech where he just logically dismantles the whole idea of honor. He asks these very simple, practical questions. Can honor fix a broken leg? Nope. Can it make the pain of a wound go away? Not a chance. So, he asks, who actually has honor? His answer? He that died on Wednesday. Basically, for anyone who's still alive, it's completely useless. And that leads him to his famous conclusion. What is honor? Air. It's nothing. He calls it a scutcheon, which is basically just the fancy coat of arms you hang on a tomb. For Falstaff, that's all honor's good for, making you look impressive after you're already dead.
So his whole philosophy is just simple. It's all about survival and comfort. Staying alive, to have another drink, eat another meal. Why would you ever chase after some abstract word when it offers zero protection from the cold hard reality of getting stabbed?
Now, this isn't just some debate in a tavern. These two totally opposite ideologies are about to have a head-on collision. It all comes to a bloody climax on the battlefield at Shrewsbury, where these worldviews will finally face off.
And when the dust settles, the result is brutal and clear. Hotspur, the man who chased honor all the way to the moon, is lying dead on the ground. His epic quest for glory ends in silence.
And Falstaff, the so-called dishonorable man who literally faked his own death to get out of a fight, well, he gets up, dusts himself off, and is probably already cracking a joke. The man with zero honor is the one who walks away.
But it's what happens next that just completely shatters the whole concept. Falstaff goes over to Hotspur's dead body, stabs it again, and then claims he was the one who killed him. And that one action just blows up Hotspur's entire worldview. Because if honor, the supposedly priceless prize, can be stolen by a liar from a corpse, then what was it ever really worth to begin with?
So we've seen the two extremes, the fanatic who dies for honor and the cynic who laughs at it. This is where our third key player, Prince Hal, steps in. He's been watching both of them, and he's about to figure out a third way, a new kind of honor. What's so amazing about Hal is that he learns from both of them. From Hotspur, he realizes that, yeah, a king absolutely needs to look tough. You need that military credibility to earn respect. But from Falstaff, he learns an even bigger lesson. Perception is often way more powerful than reality. What people believe you did can be more important than what actually happened.
So Hal creates this totally modern version of honor. It's not a personal obsession like it was for Hotspur. For Hal, honor is a political tool. It's flexible, it's strategic. When he lets Falstaff take the public credit for killing Hotspur, he's showing us he's moved beyond needing that petty pat on the back. He knows that securing power for the kingdom is way more important than his own personal glory.
So let's just recap how it all ends for them. You have Hotspur, the medieval idealist who dies for his greatness. You have Falstaff, the ultimate materialist who survives because of his baseness. And then you have Prince Hal, the modern pragmatist. He's the one who figures out how to use both sides of the coin. He doesn't just survive, he thrives. He wins the whole game.
So what is Shakespeare really telling us here? Ultimately, it seems like honor isn't some fixed, sacred virtue. It's a performance. It's a mask you wear to justify your ambition and your grab for power. And the real irony is that Hotspur's rigid greatness actually makes him predictable and easy to kill. Meanwhile, Falstaff's cynical baseness makes him pretty much indestructible.
And all of that leaves us with a pretty provocative question that feels just as relevant today as it was 400 years ago. In the high-stakes game of power and politics, is honor a real virtue that we should all strive for? Or is it just the smartest strategy you can use to win?